It's the holiday season, and what better way to celebrate Christmas than going to Santa Claus, Indiana? Hello and welcome to 18 WJTS-Inform. I'm your host, Bill Potter. Joining me in the studio is Melissa Brockman. Melissa is the Executive Director for the Spencer County Visitors Bureau. Melissa, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Christmas is, we always think of Santa, and when we think of Santa, we think of Santa Claus. And Santa Claus, Indiana has some great Christmas programming the next 3 weekends.
Yes, the Santa Claus Christmas celebration, the first 3 weekends of December, full of family fun for all ages, and we just can't wait to kick it off.
And of course, we encourage you to go to all 3 weekends, but if you can't, there's something each weekend that you will enjoy.
That's right.
Let's start off by what's going on this weekend in Santa Claus.
Well, this weekend is the Run Run Rudolph 5K. We also have the chestnuts roasting over an open fire at Santa's Candy Castle. There's Christmas shopping, there's toy testing at Santa's Toys, along with some holiday arts and crafts. There's Christmas dinner with Santa at Santa's Lodge, and just a lot of Christmas activities. It's really kicking off the season this weekend.
If you're going to go to the Christmas with Santa, do you need a ticket? Or
you need to go ahead. It's good to call in advance or at least the day of and make sure there's seating, there's room, but they've got a pretty big space, so it should be okay.
Okay, and so for the most part, you're just going to kind of go, not that Santa Claus is huge, but in that shopping area, kind of, the shopping plaza area is kind of like in the center of everything that goes on.
Yes, and then you would want to go out to the Santa Claus Museum to write your letter to Santa. You can go to Santa's Candy Castle and chat with an elf, or stay and roast chestnuts on an open fire. Of course, there's delicious hot chocolate there. Santa will be at the Christmas store, so you can do some shopping and check to see which list you're on at the same time.
I know which list I'm on, so I don't need to check.
Okay, good. Good.
Yeah, I'm not on the good list.
There's still time.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
I can do some good things?
Yes.
Okay. Tell us about the Santa Claus Museum. Or, no, I'm sorry, the Christmas Museum, I guess.
It's
the Santa Claus Museum or the Christmas Museum?
Santa Claus Museum, and then the Christmas store.
Okay.
The Santa Claus Museum is a village, so there's a museum that has the town history and some of the favorite letters to Santa from the past few years. You can go to the original Santa Claus post office there and write your letter to Santa. That's also where the elves are headquartered, there in the back. The historic church is on site, and they have some special events from storytelling to musical events and book signings. And then the best photo op in town is the 22-foot tall Santa statue that's right there.
And obviously, most of this is probably geared toward kids, but it is things older folks will enjoy as well.
Definitely.
Now, that's just the first weekend.
Yes.
Okay. What about next weekend?
The second weekend is Parade Weekend and the Craft Show. So the Santa Claus Arts and Craft Show is in 3 locations in Santa Claus. The parade starts at 1 o'clock Central Time, so 2 o'clock Eastern Time. There's also some of the same events like the holiday arts and crafts. You can still write your letter to Santa. You can still chat with an elf on the North Pole Network. There's face painting, wine tastings, just lots going on throughout the city.
Is it pretty obvious where the route is for the parade? Is it the same as it always is?
It's the same as it always is.
Okay.
It starts in that main Holiday World parking lot and goes back by Lake Rudolph and circles around through Kringle Place Shopping Center, down the highway, and back to Holiday World.
Okay, and 18 WJTS will be there. We'll be filming it, and we'll be showing it around Christmas time. So we'll show it the Saturday after the parade, which would be the 17th, then we show it again Christmas Day, I believe.
Perfect,
so you
great.
can watch the Christmas parade if you can't make it, but you want to be there.
Yeah, be there in person and then watch it on TV.
Yeah, maybe you'll see yourself.
Yeah.
So the arts and crafts, where is that held?
It's at the Celebration Room at Santa's Lodge, the Santa Claus Community Center, and the Santa Claus Legion. So there's three different sites full of vendors with all sorts of handmade, homemade items.
And then we get to the third weekend, which is the weekend of the 17th, 18th.
That's right. So a lot of the same events, face painting, wine tastings, holiday arts and crafts, write your letter. I mean, this is your last chance to get your letter in or visit with Santa. A new event this year, the Chamber is hosting a brew ho-ho, and we'll actually featuring St. Benedict's Brew Works there in Ferdinand and their 12 Beers of Christmas. So that'll be a fun event on December 17th.
And that will be held where?
At the Santa Claus Community Center.
Okay. That sounds like a lot of fun,
Yeah.
and a new activity with the St. Benedict's Brew Works. Do they have 12 different Christmas beers?
That's
Is that
the
what it is?
plan. That's what I hear.
Okay. And do you need reservations for any of this?
Nope,
A lot
none
of
of
it is
that.
just kind of show up for the most part.
Yeah, some of the things are free. If there's a cost associated, it's usually a pretty small cost. Everything's very family affordable. You can go through the lights at Lake Rudolph, the Santa Claus Land of Lights. That's all 3 weekends. The Festival of Lights inside Christmas Lake Village is the 2 Saturdays, the 10th and the 17th. And you can just drive around town, definitely check out the sites, do some Christmas shopping, and get some fudge. And yeah, it's a good family weekend.
We haven't really had Christmas weather yet, but in Santa Claus it doesn't matter. We're always going to be in that Christmas spirit.
That's right, and I hear we might get some Christmas weather.
Let's hope.
In this December as well.
So we may, the whole year's been kind of weird anyway.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens
Yeah.
with weather. It could be great Christmas weather.
Right.
Anything else that you'd like to add?
Really, you can check out our website, santaclausind.org. That's our homepage. If you put a /events on it, it gets you all the upcoming details for what's going on where. You can call our office, you can email us. We're happy to help however we can. And the businesses are really just gearing up and looking forward to another wonderful holiday season.
And it's a great staycation.
Yes.
If you're from just a little bit away and you want to stay one night, there's plenty of lodging in different areas
Yes, you
throughout
can
Spencer
stay
County.
nestled inside Lake Rudolph, the light show there in a Rudolph's Christmas cabin, or in town at Santa's Lodge. And there's several options, and it's definitely a good way to make the most of a weekend.
Is there any place else that does chestnuts roasting on an open fire?
Not
Because
that I know of.
I don't think chestnuts are that easy to get a hold of.
I don't think so either. And what's really neat about the event at the Candy Castle is the owner, Kevin, he knows the history of chestnuts. So you get to learn about the tradition as well as actually roast them on old-fashioned roasters and then taste the chestnuts after they're roasted. So it's really a neat experience. It's a little bit quieter, away from the hustle and bustle of the lights and the shopping. You're sitting outside around a fire. Hopefully it's chilly out and you can grab some hot chocolate. And it's really neat. It's a good experience.
Well, there's only one place in the world to go for Santa Claus for Christmas, and that's Santa Claus, Indiana.
That's right.
Right in Spencer County.
That's
Melissa,
right.
thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you.
And again, we've covered a lot, and there's a lot going on each weekend, so you may not be able to know what you're going to plan ahead. Make sure you check out the website because everything is listed there.
Everything's there. You can get information about how to get the postmark, how to write a letter to Santa if you can't get to the museum, and then definitely everything that's happening, events, activities, and maps, you name it. Hopefully we've got it.
Okay, and there's still an opportunity for me to move from the naughty list to the good list.
I think so. You've got to hurry, but I think so.
I better get going. Melissa, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching WJTS Inform. Spend Christmas in Santa Claus, Indiana. Thank you for watching. We are local people watching local people.